In today's video, I will be showing you how I did a full face of makeup using 99cents store only products, from the moisturizer to the brushes to the makeup itself. No cheating whatsoever. If this is something that interests you, please keep on watching. So here I am in the store, and as you can see, it's very limited as to what you can choose for makeup products. You have 2 different types of foundation, 3 different colors, and not a good variety. So here's what I ended up purchasing. I got a little bit of everything. This is a makeup beauty tools kit, so there's a 3-piece and a couple eyeshadow palettes, just a variety of all kinds of different makeup, liquid, powders, brushes, lip glosses, and a couple Maybelline items that they have, so that's kind of cool. You just really have to dig and see what works best for you. Anyway, so I'm really excited to try out the new products and see how this goes. First things first is the foundation. Aziza Studio is what they had, liquid foundation in the color buff beige. However, I ended up using the color classic, which is the lightest color they had, and this is it right here. So that's the one that worked best for my skin tone. I also remembered that it didn't put moisturizer on, so gonna take care of that first. I have really dry skin, so I was really concerned about how this would look without having a moisturizer, without having oils. You can also, in addition to getting the Nivea lotion, you can find some regular vitamin E oil that they do sell, and that'll work just great on the face as well. So just fanning it out because it is a little sticky, and I don't want that to mix in with my foundation and then become really peely and sticky and just spunky. So again, here's the foundation. I'm going to go ahead and apply that with my fingers. They did have some 2x2 sponges that they sell in the pack of like 20, and it's a bargain. It's $1. However, I know that I'm not going to use that long term, so I just decided to go the, good old-fashioned route and use my fingers to apply the makeup. So I'm just gonna place that all over my face. I just like to dot my whole face, and then I'll go in and blend it out. So I'm already noticing right now in the camera that it is a little on the orange side. It's a little darker than my skin tone, and the texture of it's almost watery and very colorful at the same time, if that makes sense. It's almost like when you rub it, it's like watercolor, where it's almost translucent a little bit, and it looks like full coverage when you're like applying it on your face, and then when you go to blend it out, it becomes this really translucent, almost clear color. It's almost like you have nothing on your face. So I think if I patted it on my face all over, it probably would have stayed, but really, who has time for that? So I started to blend it, and then it was just becoming a lot, and also it was not blending very well, so it was either watery or starting to show all the dryness in my face. So at this moment, you probably just saw I was looking over to see what I could grab, and then I decided to go for the little sponge that's in the compact makeup. So I figured, let me use that as my quote-unquote beauty blender. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out of the compact makeup and see if I can just use that to blend out the foundation. Except this is exactly what happened. I don't know about you guys, but can you see that my makeup is disappearing? It's going away. It's going, it's all on the sponge. Oh my god. I thought I was going crazy. It all came off right now. So, I think Mr. Clean has a new product. This should be his new magic eraser because that sponge will remove your makeup right off your face. So now I'm just going back to the fingers and seeing what's happening, and then using this magic eraser to just blend out and remove any of like the little flakes or any of the residue makeup, anything that's rolling off. So we're just gonna keep blending that and see how it applies. Yeah, you see that I have like dry skin on my chin. So now I'm going in with the compact makeup. It's a creamy texture, and I figured maybe I'll apply this over the liquid foundation and see if it'll give me that full coverage look that I'm going for. So I had two colors, one light and one light medium, and as you can see in my confused face, I put the light on and so it looks like I just added concealer or some sort of highlighter. So now I'm going in with the color light medium, which is the darker shade. They only have two colors, so this is as dark as it's gonna get. So I'm gonna go ahead and this, unfortunately, I do have to just pat it on section by section. It's not something I can blend. It's just too creamy and not blendable. So again, I'm just using that little sponge to clean off any excess areas or any areas that are looking a little peely, a little flaky. As you can see, it's already turning my skin tone very, very light. I think I almost prefer the darker color over having a lighter color in your face. So just same thing on the other side. So now that that's all done, just checking it, I'm gonna go in with this fantasy makeup. I can't tell if it's like just a Halloween edition or if it was actually a product that they have in stock. So I'm going to go ahead and mix the white with the compact light color and see if I can use that as concealer. So I'm going to go ahead and pat it in under my eyes and do this in a triangular shape. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other under eye. So I started off on the left, on the right, and I'm going to go over to the left side. And I'm going to continue as normal, you know, on the T-zone. So under the eyes, I'm going to go over to the forehead, between the brows, on the bridge of my nose. I like to do it on my chin as well. So I'll go ahead and do that now. I mean, it's working pretty well, honestly. I think this would be a great concealer. I'm not sure how I like it on my face as just a makeup foundation, but concealer-wise, it works. So I'm going to go in with the brown color as my contour shade. It's right in the cheekbones. And this was actually a great color. It worked really well. I mean, it's a little on the brown orangey side, but it does the job. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on the other cheek. Yeah, so far I liked it. And I also, after the cheek, I'm going to apply it on the temples and on the forehead, on the chin, on the jawline, and then let's just see how this blends. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the same sponge and blend that out. I'm telling you, this is seriously the makeup eraser. So now it's blending. I mean, thank God for putting on 4 layers of it, so that's why it's not removing all of it, but I'm gonna just flip it around and then use that same sponge to blend out the so just finishing up the nose. So I'm gonna blend out the contour next.
Take yourself back home. Roll out your maps and papers. Find out your hiding places again. The only problem that I got with the club is
yeah, this shade was not bad at all. I really wish I would have added more to the rest of my face, and that way I wouldn't have looked so much like Casper, but you know, it's okay. So I'm going to go back in with the concealer portion and just define the bottom of the contour and then blend everything out again. By the way, worst contouring of my nose. It was uneven and I knew I didn't have a small brush or really anything to blend it out with, so I use the same sponge again and then end up just blending it out with my finger and adding on more concealer to the bridge just because it was a really bad, messy situation. All in all though, the that little makeup palette is actually pretty good. So now this is the powder foundation and there's only one color that I could find. It's this cafe color. So I'm going to go in with the one of the brushes from the 5 kit brush set and I'm going to go ahead and just apply that all over my face. There's so much fallout on that powder, so just be careful. At the end of powdering my entire face, my pants, my scrub top and my scrub pants were full of powder, so that was fun. So if you're going to apply this, I would do it over a sink or just make sure you have a towel or something to clean up all the excess dust. The color, not so bad, honestly. I think that if I would have used it with a makeup sponge, it would have been better. So now moving on to the blushes. These are the Maybelline Dream Bouncy colors. I got the coral and also this beigey pink tone. And so I mixed both of them together and applied them on together. I really like the way they look. They have a little shimmer to it and it's also just really blendable and creamy and it almost turns into powder as soon as you put it on your face. So I think they're worth it for 25 cents. I would definitely get some more. And because my face was so white, I felt like I really wanted to pack on that pink just to give me some life. And then this gold. There's this gold in this palette and it's actually really shimmery and really pretty and perfect to use as a highlighter. So I'm going to use that on my face. Fenty, anyone? I don't think Rihanna has anything to worry about, but this did look pretty damn good. And you do have to apply some layers, but can you see that? Can you see the highlight? Yeah. It was super fun and cute, and it's gold. It's not, your usual color. Normally, I think they're more like champagne or whites, but this was a really pretty gold shimmer, and it worked really well as a good highlighter. Which totally surprised me. I mean, that's pretty good for It's a good find, I think, at the 99cent store as far as makeup is concerned. Like, you think you would only find the basics, but hey, found you a highlighter. Fix your hair, girl. Thank you. Alright, so this is a close-up. I mean, it looks pretty clean to me. So now, moving on, I'm going to use the white again, just as a eyeshadow base. Or primer for my eyeshadow. I'm going to go ahead and fix my eyebrows. So first going in with that little brush, again from the little kit, the 5 brush kit. And then I'm going to go use this flat brush, flat eyeliner eyeshadow brush. And this is a brow powder that they have. So it's a dark gray and then a light gray. I'm going to go ahead and mix the two and then apply that to fill in my brows and give them a little bit of a shape. I was a little worried that I usually stick to browns or like a dark brown usually to fill in my brows, or black. And this was a gray color, so I was kind of afraid that it would look like gray shadow on my eyebrows, but it actually worked out really well. Alright, so next I'm going to go in with this brush here. It's a fluffier brush that I'm going to be using on the eyes to blend out my eyeshadow. And there's another brush that comes with the kit. It's this spongy one, which... boo. So there's 3 eyeshadow kits. That's the first one. This is going to be the second one. And the third one is this wheel. So I'm going to go in with the last color, which is like a neutral beige, and that peachy color, and blend them together to use as my transition color. So I'm going to put that on the edge of the eye. I'm going to also put that in the crease and the outer corner. I'm going to blend that in. This palette that I'm using to start off with for the transition color is definitely probably the worst palette of the 3. So this one I definitely had to keep building up and packing on the eyeshadow. So again, I'm going in with the same 2 colors and just building it up. Blend, 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 blend. And I'll do that to the other eye as well. Same thing, starting with the outer corner, working my way into the crease. I also decided to switch the brush, so now I'm using that flat brush and then using the fluffy one to blend it out. So I apply it with the flat brush and then use the fluffier brush to blend it out. And the only reason is because the fluffy brush was so harsh, it felt like it was scratching my eyeballs off. So now I'm going in with that nude-ish green mustardy color, and I'm going to apply that over the lid, as well over the crease, I should say, sorry, over the crease in the outer corner. And I'm just, again, blending and adding that to the first transition color. So we're just building it up. I'm going to keep blending and doing the same thing to the other eye. So now I'm just blending in the excess eyeshadow without anything on the brush. Now I'm going to go in with this color in the middle. It's sort of a brown burgundy-ish color, and that's going to go directly on my eyelid. And I'm going to keep blending, packing that on the eyelid. And I'll do that to both eyes. I also decided to put on another color from that same palette on top of this color to blend it out, and that would be that color on top of it, which is a little bit, has more of a red tone to it. So I'm going to go ahead and pack that on both eyelids. Alright, and lastly I'm going to go in with this shimmery burgundy color just to top it off. So I would recommend wetting your brush first, so water will do just fine, and then dipping it into the eyeshadow, which will then just make it pop more. So it's really, really pretty, really shimmery. It looked really great. So I'm just putting that on both lids and just packing it on. And then I'm going to go in with this gold pencil eyeshadow from NYC. I'm going to go ahead and apply that in the inner corners of my eyes, as well as the bottom lash line. I'm going to go ahead and put it just right under the lash line. And what I noticed was that even though it was really cute and it was giving me a little gold tone, it's so subtle, it wasn't really that pigmented and it wasn't really showing up. I really had to like press it on hard and it barely gave me anything. So what I did was go in with the circular palette. They have a gold color, which is that one right there. And I just applied that to the inner corner of my eyes and slightly under. And then after that, I'm going to go in with the same shade that I just finished my eyelids off with, that shimmery burgundy color, and apply that on the lash line. And unfortunately, you guys, after this, the video footage I had was corrupted, and unfortunately it was deleted. So I will just walk you through what I did. I ended up adding on some eyeliner on the bottom and top of my lashes very lightly. I also added their just plain mascara that they have in color black and some lip gloss from Maybelline that they offer there. So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully this will benefit someone out there. The cashier that checked me out was really, really sweet, and she told me this was her favorite foundation. So you just never know, somebody may need the product, need to purchase products from the 99cents store, and this may be a perfect look for you. If not, then I hope everyone else enjoyed it. Thank you.